The Cowboys are on the field doing football things. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on, Cowboys fans? Foots here. Got a quick one for you guys, man. OTA recap. Let's talk about some things that we're seeing, hearing. More or less writers giving information, but that's cool. Some video clips coming out, photos coming out, and that's all good. Let's talk about what's going on at OTA. So, I did the video with Joe yesterday. Just what to expect at OTAs. Install, conditioning, how we want to practice, certain things and formations we want to get to, and then as the year goes on, they continue to add, take away, what doesn't work, what does work, the whole nine. But the biggest thing is, and especially for the young guys, is how we want to practice, how we want to fly around, how we want to do 7-on-7, 11-on-11, the whole nine. But there are a lot of nuggets we could take from, OTA practices and, who's lining up where and who's doing what. And the first thing that I took from this OTA session, this first week of OTA sessions, is that Matt Waletzko was the starting left guard. Matt Waletzko was the starting left tackle for Tyron Smith. He had the back tightness, and this is what I said. Tyron Smith will probably never, ever play a full 17-game season. It's not going to happen. It's not even, we shouldn't even think like he's going to. But the fact that Waletzko is in there tells me something. Tells me that this team trusts him. Tells me that they may think more highly of him than they do Josh Ball. Now, this could just be, let's see what the young guy can do. But I just keep going back to when Matt Waletzko was at the Senior Bowl, and I came on Sky Still Show and I said, Waletzko he was one of my favorite tackles at the Senior Bowl, and sure enough, he earned being drafted as a small school guy. But then at the Senior Bowl, I just kept thinking to myself, like, man, he is a Mike McCarthy special. He is, one of those guys that the power may not be the best. And I don't know, because I haven't seen his power against NFL type talent. But I do know that the feet and the ability to stay in phase with quicker, more agile DNs, he has that. And so just the fact that he ran out there with the starters, let's see. It's something to keep an eye on. Okay, number 2, and this is more just like an observation. These next two are. Sam Williams' size is real. When you see him standing next to DeMarcus Lawrence, you just see a guy that is for sure has an NFL body. Like, he's as big as DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence is a big defensive end, guys. That's what makes him able. He has the ability to play the run so well, and it's good that Williams is with D-Law, because he could pick up on just the thing that makes D-Law so special is how he's able to play the run and still get after the quarterback. And I think that I honestly don't think that Sam Williams will have problems catching the edge and getting after the quarterback and doing certain things. I think to get him on the field consistently, what he's going to have to do, because he came from that 3-3 stack at Ole Miss, it's kind of a funky defense. I don't know if they really asked him to be a run-fit player, but that's what he's going to have to do in the league. But the body, man, his body is really, dare I say, NFL developed already. So that's interesting. And then when you see the picture, you never know just how these guys look when they're up against rookies versus when they're standing against vets. And when you see the picture of him and D-Law, it's quite the sight. He's a nice sized kid. All right, CeeDee Lamb. Another one who, and he had the big play at the end of practice, at the end of OTAs today. CeeDee Lamb's body, and he talked about he put on 10 pounds of muscle. He said he even grew an inch. I didn't know you could keep growing after you graduate college, but you learn something new every day. But I do know that he does visibly look bigger. And, with him being a true number one, I like the way he carried himself. I like the way he handled the Amari Cooper questions. With him being a true number one in his play style, I'm not mad at him putting on muscle. CeeDee Lamb, and the thing about his frame was, you could tell that his frame had the ability to still expand. Because he's not a skinny guy, but he wasn't a thick guy. And so I think that his frame had the ability to expand, and he did so. So I think that's cool that he's taking his role serious. You can see his focus level is different. Just in hearing him talk, he knows he's the guy. I think he wants to be the guy, so that's cool. Marquis Bell, y'all. I'm always cautious when it comes to these UDFAs, these undrafted free agents. But they keep mentioning him in a great light, and then he's making plays, and then they want him to be a linebacker / safety. They want him to be in that J-Ron Curse role, and just the fact that he's getting his name in the paper, and that his play style is already fly around, be violent, be physical. I don't know. It could be something special. It could be something cool. Let's see how it happens and what happens in camp. You know that you have safeties on this roster who have injury issues like Malik Hooker, so it could be cool to see if he's one of those guys that make the team. And last but not least, Tyler versus Tristan. I thought that was pretty interesting to hear about that. Tristan did beat Tyler Smith on like an inside rush, and then Tyler came back and stoned him the rest of practice and was up for the challenge and was physical. And you hear Tyler Smith say, "Hey, we're getting after it out there." I just feel I feel better and better about this pick daily. I feel better and better about this pick daily. And I just think that, there was I saw a little bit of rhetoric about, oh, why isn't he the starting left guard right now? It's OTAs. So Connor Smith knows, Connor Smith. Connor McGovern knows, he's taking all the left guard reps in the past, so he knows kind of what he knows. And so they're just going to ease Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith will be here starting week 1 left guard. Make no mistake about that. They're going. Your first round pick isn't going to be eased in as it goes along. But for right now, the first week of OTAs, let him get his sea legs under him. Trust me, if McGovern wasn't healthy, just like Tyron Smith isn't healthy, that's why Waletzko's in there. But I thought they could have maybe went ball. But with this situation, McGovern's out there. Just let him learn. And I think that's what's going to happen. And you see Philbin talking to him. But everything you hear just from Tyler Smith, I like it, y'all. I do. I'm excited. Y'all can hear it in my voice. I'm excited. So, OTA recap. Week 1, OTA standouts. 5 standouts or 5 kind of observations. Let me know what you guys think. Jump in the comments. It's your boy Foots. Thank you guys as always for liking, sharing, subscribing. Remember, tell your loved ones you love them. It's a lot going on in the world. Pray for people. Hug people. Give people good energy. Just, long story short, just try not to be mean. Just be nice. Just be nice to people because you never know what somebody's going through. Praying for everybody in Texas, man. Yeah. It's your boy Foots. Peace.